in this practice. Just makes it look so much easier.
Yeah, it makes the game knowledge part a lot easier because you have gold.
Yeah, exactly. Choices are a lot easier when you just one-shot people.
They both know to go top.
They're top lane. It's top lane.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
We'd be sitting here for an hour if they were looking for each other all over the map.
It's okay, the Ornn took TP.
TPs actually can be used for some very, very good tempo stuff. So it's not awful.
But how long is the 1v1?
It goes to first kill,
To
first
death.
CS, or to death. Or first tower.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen a 1v1 go to first tower, so I don't even know why that's like a condition, but
I
Is it
I
100
did,
TS?
I did back in the magma chamber because everyone took it too seriously.
What's everyone doing?
hey, what's up, man? We're
Okay,
doing
juice
1v1s.
box.
Waiting for minions to spawn. This is the worst part about 1v1s. They go way quicker than a game, but it's just this like awkward minute while you wait for minions to spawn. Just gonna sit there.
I hate Senna as a champion.
Senna?
She just carried. We had 2 tanks and she just built the right way and then it's just over.
Wow, E-start from set I think is interesting.
For sure. I thought you would take Q for the percent health.
Yeah, especially because the set is kind of just throwing his E out to farm. If you can just sit on the wave, he has to throw his E out, and if he ever steps up, you just smack him 4 times. Here, oh, we're taking a lot of minion damage. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh wait,
Oh
you
my
leveled up
gosh.
an ability with your
Oh, this is not good.
Maybe he's had a too few kick in the heads.
he
I like that.
he
At least
leveled
he's
up
not
his
playing
ability.
like a 2-year-old.
Yeah, if Nice was in here, bro, Nice would undeafen him and start screaming already.
Yeah, the 1v1 would be over.
Yeah. Oh, they can recall. We're trying to do these 1v1s like it's a normal game. It's meant to be like
Oh.
practice.
That's why it's not an ARAM. Oh, it's over. What?
Holy smokes!
God.
Okay, what the eventful 1v1.
Still a flash up?
In such a short period of time, we got so much action.
I honestly didn't think that would
Okay.
kill. Fuck me.
That is crazy. Alright, so y'all go ahead and alt out for the game. Yeah, I'm gonna open up the VOD and we're gonna talk about we got a lot to talk about, boys. That was
Yeah, man. I
It was,
did not think
it was
that W
crazy.
would have killed. That's my bad.
W
Yeah.
big.
yeah, that's
W-
crazy.
W always
Ignite is
kills.
big. Yeah,
Especially since last patch they buffed it.
Yeah.
and you gotta really respect Ignite.
Yeah,
If you
I
have
know. I just, yeah. I mean, it would have. If I just matched Flash, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, you were actually winning all the way up until you lost.
Yeah, yeah.
So why don't you guys tell me what's the theory of this matchup? Like, what are you guys both thinking going into it?
I mean, mostly I'm just trying to short trade with Grasp whenever I
Beautiful.
have the chance.
Yep, you're trying to short trade. You're just trying to chill. The Ornn is trying to take. If you take nice short trades and you don't let the lane get extended and get ran down, we are chilling. What about Set? Then what are you trying to do?
With this type of matchup, before he's got a lot of scaling in his health and armor, I like to try to pressure the lane pretty hard. That way I have prio.
Yep. You can pressure him pretty hard, absolutely. How are you gonna do that?
I normally try to force the wave and then use the E if he tries to contest with the
Yep.
CS.
You want to give a little bit of prio. I thought E-Start was really, really weird. Let's go ahead and watch kind of what happens.
I think Easter is standard on set now.
Into Ornn?
I don't know. I usually see it, but maybe that's just
Yeah,
that
there's
players being stupid.
Set is very like a situational champion because you can kind of
Yeah.
start. You can start like there's a situation where almost every spell makes sense, right? There's very few champions like that. And actually, the fact that you can hit E on him here is a sign that it's fine, even though I don't think you should have. Ornn, after you kind of drop the spell, you can't really contest this wave into Set, right? So walking up into him is a little bit crazy here. Kind of throwing your.
I
throwing
mean,
your spell
after
and
he doesn't
standing
have
here.
E, I was like, my Q is a shorter
Well,
cooldown than his E. Like,
You got hit by E.
Yeah.
Because you were here. That's what I'm saying. It's a little bit crazy, right?
I mean, I
because if
guess,
he-
but with bone plating, like, I don't know.
Do you let the bone
yeah,
plating fall off?
no, I get what you're saying.
Because now you're pulled in here. It's super easy for him to kind of run this down. He gets the stun because
Yeah.
also with the minions. Like this lane gets really extended.
Yeah.
Like this is really a scary situation.
Okay.
You have to
yeah,
just
no,
concede.
no, I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you lose the minions as well. Like this is just
Mm-hmm.
scary. So Set is just such a big lane bully. He's really hard to hit level 1. This is a beautiful auto attack. When Set kind of comes in here and he's locked into hitting his minion, that was a beautiful little space, right? Here, that is like such good auto spacing. I really want to highlight that. That is what top lane is all about. If you can weave in more auto attacks and do more of that stuff, that's how you win. That's how you actually edge Set out of HP here, which I think is a little bit of a miracle. So Set, how would we have avoided that? He has grass proc. We're coming in for this minion. We know he's right here, and we know he's threatening us. Well, what should we do?
If I'm gonna be entirely honest, I kind of let the health drop because I take W level 2. I kind of almost want to bait the fight for this level 2 fight here. I want him to feel
wild.
comfortable fighting me. I've got a lot of healing from my passive anyway.
You can force interaction without baiting it. Baiting it is stupid.
Okay.
Like, unless you have Xin Zhao, who's like sitting right here, like baiting this is just not, like that should not be a repeatable game plan. That's like going into a game and be like, yeah, man, I love to just take a couple tower shots before lane. Like, I want him to feel comfy, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy, right? Because you can force really good interaction, like the Ornn did, or when this wave bounces back, you can force a really good freeze, and either he loses a bunch of minions or you take a good trade without baiting him into it, right?
Okay.
So that's kind of just like, that's almost just like cope. We're kind of coping there, saying you're trying to. Yeah, my mechanics are shit because I'm baiting him. Like that's not okay. So if we're not gonna bait him, what should we do?
At which point? After the first trade?
Right here. When you walk up here. If you just trade with him, you beat him. So like you have a couple of options. You can either just trade with him here, or because your Conqueror is really close and you just run him down, or you can just take a step back, and if he walks into your wave and he keeps going, then you really beat him, right? Again, that's what spacing is all about. Spacing is kind of where all of the mechanical dominance is shown top lane, right? Okay, so this was really good by the Ornn, super lazy by the Set. Just keep pushing. You could have clicked into him and E'd there if you wanted to get him down a little bit. Again, Ornn is doing a good job of whittling you down here. Okay,
Yeah, that was sloppy.
what's happening here? Why is this an issue? Oh, you know what? The king of this just joined the chat. What's up with this?
Oh, hey,
I
Neef.
think,
What happens on this
that's
minion?
going- Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this
He levels up.
contesting the Ornn level 2. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna
Yeah.
hurt. That's strong, but he's not that strong. Yeah.
Set's hitting 2 here, right? So Ornn has nothing. This is
Yeah, that was
just
such a waste of value. Yeah, just such a
Yeah.
waste of value, right? Because you could have gotten here like. I mean, you could have probably pushed this guy to lane almost if you just held off for a second, right? Back it up for like, so I can kind of recalibrate. Oh yeah, that was. That's a pretty early last hit on that minion too. Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, so this is just such a scary situation. As the Ornn, you even told me before the game started, we want to take these really nice short trades. Contesting this, it's such a bait minion.
Are we
Right,
Warren in
we're-
this scenario? Or are we the Set?
This is a 1v1, so
Yeah.
we're both.
Got
We're
it.
doing some
Got
other
it. Got it. Okay, so let's go to both here. Ornn contesting on level 2 is troll. But the other problem that I have is Set is like wasting. So I don't. That's why I was confusing. So basically, Set, if you look at where he's standing when he's about to turn level 2, Set can actually just walk to the fucking tower right now. Like he could literally just walk between. Yeah.
Yeah.
He could just stand there, and you could just walk between the
I
orange.
would've been,
Now
like,
you
fucking
punch.
dead.
Yes, you punch. Then you basically stun. You could legitimately turn the ignite on, auto him twice, or in flash, you W flash follow. You probably kill him. Or if you
Yeah,
don't
see
kill
what
him,
you're
you just
saying.
dive him on the next cooldown. Yeah.
Also, Nice,
That's
we
cool,
thought
though.
you'd get a kick out of this while we saw this.
Oh.
Let's just watch when he hits 2.
No.
It's over.
Why though? Do you see how big that is? Do you see how big that is though? Like because you're doing that, you can't click forward. Right? Like you can't possibly go beyond the Ornn.
Yeah.
There's no way you can go behind him
that's
because
true.
you gotta move the mouse down. Yeah. You can't get back there. He's like you walled yourself off of the all-in. That's what you want too. Like even if you don't go for like the crazy ignite all-in that I'm telling you about, like just chunking him out there would be huge because then on this wave you could just straight up own the guy here.
That is crazy.
Now, yeah, I was gonna say for our Ornn friend here, I don't know why they're rigging these 1v1s against you and putting you against Set, but like you don't do shit here. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
Especially
I
if
don't
he's
know.
just gonna fix your wave for you. Like you know you don't want this all in.
Yeah.
This fire locks you into this extended trade.
Yeah.
If you keep
that's my
whittling him
bad.
down, like you were winning by whittling him down, and you were
I know,
outspacing him.
I
You just
know, I got
You lost the
greedy.
patience.
Yeah, I got impatient.
So
You
you
know-
even knew how to win, and you told me how to win, and you
Yeah.
still didn't do it.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I don't know.
So,
Wait.
ooh,
Did the Ornn take ignite here too at least?
No.
No.
So they said
Wait,
to
what did
play
you
it
do?
like a normal matchup. So in a normal matchup, I would take flash TP. So I took flash TP.
No, you're gonna take either flash ignite versus the Set, or you're gonna take TP ignite versus Set.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you are because you're what elo are you?
Gold. So that's fair. Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
giving
I
your laners
understand.
too much credit.
I
man.
understand. Yeah.
Now, if you go back in time and you watch that all in, even with this goofy trade that you take, if you just put the ignite on the Set here, for example, right there, it's actually decent because
Yeah.
now you just play Flash War. This is Flash Warfare. Also, where was your flash at the end?
I honestly didn't think W was gonna kill me. I was just gonna TP reset.
Yeah, if you flash
You didn't think
behind
W
him,
was
you
gonna kill
him.
you?
I don't know. I don't play in the set very often.
Well, I hope you memorized that moment
Yeah.
because that right
no.
there is
yeah,
very common.
No,
with
I
him.
didn't. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I
Same thing with
underestimated the damage
Aatrox.
hard.
Aatrox will do it too.
Yeah.
Q,
Yeah.
Darius Q will flash to follow. All that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's all pretty common.
Yeah.
But no, it's a good fight though, regardless.
Paid the
It's
student loan for
entertaining.
that lesson.
Yeah.
The worst thing about those types of flashes is you just look like a fucking mongoloid when you flash for no reason. But
Yeah. I mean,
You
it's
kinda
better
have
than
to.
dying.
exactly, you have to. If
Yeah.
that guy had a brain, he would flash. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. All right.
Cool.
Good.
Okay, so
Good.
super solid 1v1. I don't think there's any other super clean matchups. We don't have any
We
other.
run it back. We run it back.
Well,
I
okay, so
think-
I'm gonna let Nice take over if he wants to do some VOD reviews or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll let
well,
him
the
run
first
from
thing I
there.
was gonna ask. The first thing I was gonna ask is, did you guys? I don't know if you guys have seen in the open like VOD review stuff. I would really like to do more of that here. They're pretty easy for me to do, and it's a little bit more, self-driven. Like I don't have to steer you guys away from where you want to go, right? So like if you have VODs in the VIP, and you can just post in the VIP chat. The best way to do this is probably to just go ahead and have VODs that you like, right? And then put them on YouTube with like timestamps. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
When you say timestamps, what kind
Hey,
of timestamps? Like key moments?
Were you guys not in the open?
Means
VOD
I caught a
reviews
little
I
bit
did
of it.
earlier?
That one dude had way too many. What's a good amount?
Yeah, that one guy. I actually didn't mind that though, because I could just kind of skim them. Like if I
Right,
didn't
right.
want to watch them all, I could just leave, right?
Yep.
Like I wasn't forced in. It
I
wasn't
went
like
to
a
a
fucking
mid-lane
cell
coach
phone
and-
contract. What's that?
I was at mid lane coaching with either Five Fire or Method, so I missed it.
Yeah, so the idea is that like these guys were showing up with like, okay, I played this game and at this moment something happened and I want to know more about it, right? So ideally, what you would do is you would play your game, you would have a moment that you want to discuss, you save you mark it down, and then if you upload that VOD to YouTube, you just tell me the timing, like the timestamp. Like one guy sent a whole VOD and like literally timestamped the whole thing and just put questions next to it. That was cool. I don't mind that.
That's awesome.
I really don't. Yeah, it was pretty efficient. I was kind of like, I wish more people did it this way, because it was very like I could just click on it and explore it and just go through it. He did kind of cheat it though, because he asked for macro questions. So like he'd be like 20, 22, 20. Should I have rotated here or here? And like, or should I fought this or no? And then I look at the VOD and he like doesn't have ult, and he doesn't have flash, and I'm just like, okay, but wait, where did your ult and flash go? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you didn't
it's
provide
kind of
enough
a
info.
tough act. Yeah, it's like a tough act to balance, because you want to get your answers, but sometimes your answers happened way before that moment, like a minute or so before you fucked up, and so people will kind of hide that in the VOD. But overall, it's still pretty good way to do it. If you guys want to do some more 1v1s, we could do that. If you guys aren't prepared for this, we could always I could put this bug in your ear now, and then the next time I come back to VIP, we could just go through your shit together.
So I just clipped one from a match I played earlier today. I didn't do the whole thing and like timestamp it, but I did do the first part that it was more confusion on my part on kind of like how to handle the situation. So that's why I
go ahead, send it. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
It's in the the VIP VOD.
Yeah, I've got a replay in there too,
All right,
but
share your screen
it's
again.
just the link thing. I don't know
Okay, thank you.
how to do the YouTube thing approach. I've got the
Hold on, let me do a screen share. Okay, you want me to do?
It's the most recent. I posted at 8:20.
8:20. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, what? Oh, is that
Jake
it? Sorry,
Owen.
I'm at different time zone. Different time zones.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, it should be the same, but it's not. So poor level 2 all day. Okay, sure.
So just background, we invaded and got a kill, and so our jungler was late. I know that my timing to get to lane is like I have to leave that leash by 136, and the support didn't, but I have to prep the wave. So where my confusion came in is like I prepped and took one hit, but she stayed so long that she missed the minion, so she was behind a level. And then the jungler came for gank, and I got out of position. So I guess I'm kind of confused. That's the background on sort of how this got to be where it was at. So I'm curious.
Okay, great. So the first thing that I would ask you is like, why do you feel the need to do a level 2 all in without sums?
Great question.
That's just an ego. That's a great ego level 2. Like level 2s kind of assume that like all is evil or all is even.
Okay.
Right. In this instance, you are still doing the level 2, even though you know you're missing like the premise behind the level 2 is that your ignite and heal. Well, no heal here, but your ignite and your base stats are better, right? And you've got the wave at your back, right? So it's going to be a strong level 2. The problem is here you're rolling cleanse, and I don't even know if you have cleanse here anymore. I assume yes, you do.
Yes,
I'm assuming.
Yes.
But cleanse has no value in this.
Right.
In this fight, right? It's just very low value cleanse. So I would say that in this particular instance, we should just be happy that we have our lead.
Okay.
Right?
That makes sense. I've tried, particularly with where she's at in the meta right now, I've been trying to be much more aggressive just because I'm really low elo and I'm finding it like I'm literally just dominating everybody.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. I'm actually glad you showed me this. It's a good counterpoint to like when we don't level 2. This would be an example. I didn't see what happened before, but like if you got a lead off of the invade, then just be happy. Like, I'm the type of person that I like to get a lead and hold it and coast.
Yeah.
Right? It's so much better in League of Legends to just like get the lead and hang on to it, because leads normally equate to, okay, I get my free farm now. In this case, you've obviously used all your sums to get whatever kill. Did you get the kill? Like, I can't see that info.
Amumu's passive got it, because I got the last hit on in the turret, because we flashed into the turret, and it left him with like 8 HP, and Amumu's passive got it, because he had his little cheer circle around.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's all good. It's all good. It's just shit happens. But yeah, so in this case, then you got to be sad and just farm it out until your sums are back. That's normally the answer in spots like these.
Okay. Yeah, because unfortunately,
it's not even your sums, actually. It's not even really yours. It's more your Zyra.
Yeah, and she gets chunked out also in the clip, and then, like I said, it was just confusion on my part, because then I saw the jungler coming, and I rarely feel obligated to fight if they're fighting for no reason, but then I knew I wanted to go for the all-in, so that's why I was like, I think I forced it and then got myself out of position. But I farmed my way out of the game. We ended up winning, but I got way behind, I think specifically because I forced this play.
You made a conscious choice to like keep playing hyper aggro, even though, you know, we're kind of like down sums and we don't have an out.
Yeah.
I don't even understand. Why is everybody down here? Like, what is everybody doing down here? It's like a Boo Boo's coming down, Bel'Veth's coming down. This is a high elo game. It's a high elo skirmish. Yeah, it's strange. I think I would just I'd sit back and play a more relaxed game without a reliable means of getting fed here. I'm just not in love with it. Also, bonus points. Not really in love with the cleanse. Although I know the reason you're doing it, I'm not in love with it personally. I would rather you just go heal.
Yeah, I usually 99 out of 100 games I run exhaust actually.
That's fine too.
I don't run a whole lot of heal, but the only reason I did was because Ashe brand stun, so which actually it saved
brand
me.
Stun, ignite as well. Yeah,
yeah.
Not bad.
It saved me when we were closing out the match. So anyway, I hear what you're saying. Like, I didn't think that part of it through. Like, I had the lead and I didn't have some, so technically I'm actually taking an uneven fight, even though I got the level first.
Exactly. Like the level 2 is a bit of a real end too, because you want to like get people trading with you so that you go, ha, bitch, I'm level 2, you're dumb.
Yeah.
It's very similar to the 1v1 we just saw up there with the set and the Orin.
Okay.
You want to go, haha, bitch, I'm level 2. What are you doing? Right. That's the kind of jump scare that you want on the enemy team. And without the sums, the jump scare is not very scary.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's actually extremely helpful.
Yeah. Anytime you get the lead, just coast. Just coast with it. Relax. Wait your turn. League's a turn-based game. It's turn-based. You don't get to do shit without like ults and sums. Right, without proper wave states, things like that. Those are your turns. It's a good way to think about it. Yeah, somebody's gonna add something.
Yeah, I wanted to run something by you real quick.
Sure.
Okay, so I think it was yesterday. This is Meadows. He was looking at my op.gg and I wasn't there, so I went back and I watched it. And you're just kind of talking about getting my kites up for like just getting the camps up, just doing better on Nocturne jungle and stuff like that. And I was running Flash Ignite, or Flash Smite, and you said take off the Flash, put Ignite. So then, later on that night, I changed it, played a couple games, and then I did a VOD review the next day at 7:30 in the VIP. And one of the coaches sat there and he went, so why are you taking Ignite? And I said, because Nice said so last night. And he was like, I think it's pretty worthless. And then another coach came in and he's like, hey, what do you think about Ignite on Nocturne? He went, that sounds pretty bad. And I was like, well, I don't know what to do then.
Who was saying it was bad?
I don't have the name.
Envy and Harry the Joker.
You just got somebody.
I mean, it's differences of opinion. I made Masters with Nocturne running Ignite every game with like 70% win rate, just like not even it wasn't even longer than 3 months ago. I don't think 3 to 5 months ago. I played Ignite exclusively on Nocturne to master tier with a pretty high win rate. So it's clearly not useless.
Right.
It's actually really, really good for especially the fights where like you run into an enemy jungler and you just get into a stat stick war. You're going to be really happy you have Ignite versus like Olaf versus Warwick versus Trundle. You're going to be very, very happy that you took Ignite versus those particular champions. I think unless those guys play Nocturne specifically into that rank, I probably wouldn't. And I also wouldn't take offense if they think they know more than they do about that particular thing. Because there was a reason I told you to do it.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Everybody has differences of opinion, so I'm not really offended by it. But you have to remember, I could find the account. Let me see.
The argument they were making was just the utility of being able to reposition, and if you in particular have really good positioning off the rip, you probably don't need the value of that flash on your engages to begin with.
So this right here was the account, and this is so it obviously decayed because I haven't been on it, but you can clearly see like I hit masters with it pretty smoothly, right?
Right.
I was just playing. That was the Taric games with Light Rocket, where he taught me Taric jungle. But it was Nocturne before that. Yeah. So like all these games, all 20 of these games were all Ignite games into higher elo games.
Annoying death, man.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was muted.
You're good.
Yeah, I think I watched you stream even while you're in Korea. Maybe it was last night. I think. Did you play Nocturne last night?
Not last night. I'm gonna be playing it. It depends on the nerf. Depends on the nerf if I play it in high elo, but like low elo is still gonna be fine. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, Ignite doesn't lose to anybody 1v1 as Nocturne. So I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Right.
Like I would bank on. I have won so many fights and so many 2v1s because I had Ignite and not other sums. Because once Nocturne's in a fight, he kind of just has to auto and hope to God he wins.
True.
Do you understand?
Yep.
So like if you bump into people invading you and you just go, oh shit, Q, E, W, and Ignite, like you're probably gonna win. And that's kind of how I viewed it. And guess what? Ignite's on a much lower cooldown than Flash. Hell, I would rather you go fucking Ghost than go Flash on Nocturne.
Yeah, I thought of that too before Ignite. I was thinking Ghost because I was like, I want to run down the opponent on, you know, get the fear off, but I didn't know if that was like so overkill that it was just not necessary.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I wouldn't be offended. Like I said, I think they just were kind of talking out of their ass on that one.
Okay.
They probably have an opinion based on like what's meta, so they just don't understand. But that's why the champ works in the way that it does, is that people try to stat stick into you, and then when you basically ignite them, it just kind of pushes you over just what you need, right? Mm-hmm. Especially, like I said, watch what happens when you have it versus like a Warwick or a Trundle and shit like that, and you'll see why I take it.
Right.
Let's see. Right, call the force and bot 140. Oh fuck. What's the timestamp here?
140 in YouTube time. Yeah.
Got it. I just meant the time up in the top right.
I got you. The recording was.
Holy hell, are you playing on like an Atari monitor? What is this?
Ultra widescreen, baby.
Oh no.
But I have it shortened because, you know, big. Alright, so I'm looking here, like, they're pushed up, they're asking for help. We have a semi-strong early fight, and I don't think they have vision here.
I hate it. I hate it. So let's talk about why I hate it. The result's pretty good, but I'm not in love with the play. So the reason why I hate it is because this like waddle at them and hope it works shit is just so bad in general.
Yeah.
For Mordekaiser, when you're guaranteed level 4 at a reasonable timing already. You're basically foregoing a lot of extra stats. You don't even have your W when you go for this. Like, imagine if your opponents here are competent.
Right.
Yeah, your ghost is good though.
think my thought process was our bot seems to be pretty strong. It can be a potential carry, and there was an opportunity to kind of go down there, but is still that. No.
I don't know. Bard's positioning is the opportunity, and it's because it's conditioned on him being bad, and that you understanding that his positioning's bad, and then they kite terribly out of it. Like at any point, Bard can just turn around and like get a wild like a spider sense and just leave, and then your gank is useless. Do you understand?
I do, yeah. Because I know there's
Like, you
a lot
can't
of time
know.
wasted
There's, like,
going
no-
down too.
Yeah, exactly. There's no guarantee that by the time you get down there, he hasn't just started walking home already. And there's also no guarantee. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. It's better to just get 4 on Mord.
Okay.
Just get 4.
Sounds good. So I was looking
Usually, I mean, like I said, the result's great, and I'm happy for you. But if it's me in this game, I'm never doing this
Okay.
with Mordekaiser. Just
Maybe
let me look back
clear.
again. Yeah, I usually would, because your clear was okay. Like you kind of mismanaged this kiting here, but like your clear is good. Like why not just drag Gromp, do Gromp, and then just kite blue down, and then if the play is still live, go for it. Otherwise, like I don't know, it just doesn't feel like you need to do anything like that in this elo. Let's put it that way. If this was like a higher elo VOD, like if this was like a master tier VOD and you've made this pick, I would be like, all right, whatever.
Okay.
Because you can't just autopilot clear every time. You have to mix it up. But in low elo, it's like the poker analogy. Like in low stakes, you don't have to do anything fancy. You just have to play your range. It's like, oh, just fold this hand. Like never play fancy. Like it's the same thing here with this video game.
Yeah, okay. I think
It's like,
Tyler
dude-
was saying earlier too, like there's no point to like make these plays because they'll mess up at some point. Like they could overstay and I could always come down to level 4.
So he said the same thing.
Yeah, oh, not reviewing this one, but just in general during one of his lectures.
Got him. Yeah, because like I would say most junglers would look at this and think Mordekaiser and be like, yeah, I don't like it. If they played Mordekaiser, right? If they played like Lee Sin, they'd be like, yeah, I'm ganking this. Right. That totally makes sense. But like with Mordekaiser, you're basically derailing the train.
Yeah.
It's the option of like I reliably get to X amount of gold every single time, or I take this weird gamble that doesn't even make that big a difference in gold. Okay, you got 1 kill and you walked all the way down to bottom. You could have gotten Gromp plus Blue plus Scuttle in the same time frame.
Okay.
Right? And it's guaranteed. Make sense?
Yeah, makes plenty of sense. Thank you.
I love these, by the way, guys. I love going over these. I get to interact with you all, and we all get to fucking bond together over goofy gameplay. What is this? 1655. What are you timestamping 1 million things to now?
Yes, sir. These are all my deaths.
Oh, God, it's just deaths. You just wanted to know.
So my last couple ranked games, I've gotten my CS up to the kind of like the 8, but I feel not as strong, and a lot of it's because we are turtled in base.
Mm-hmm. Where's your 8 CS here?
That's at the end of the game. That's
What,
what I'm saying.
that
My early
goes up
game
to 8?
CS is pretty bad.
Fix that shit, bro. It's only been 1 day since I told you to fix that shit. CSing's hard, man.
It is. I believe
The early game CS is actually the hardest.
But I just
What
missed
do
it.
you say this? Overstay. I mean, it's not an overstay as much as it is just you got hit. You were doing the right thing. You're playing the right minigame there. You just got hit by Yone Q. I think it's fine to go and try to clear the wave, then reset. Was that the intent? Was clear the cannon, reset? I don't think it's fine. You just get hit by it. It happens. I would, you have to see this, though.
Should I hit my stopwatch faster? Or, I mean, I didn't hit it at all then, but...
Well, yeah, if you're like trying to bait him, I guess maybe if there's like some sort of outplay thing that you're thinking about. I'm a little confused where the fuck our corrupting pots are, though. You've got three stacks of those, and none are coming out. That's a very sus situation. You should have already used these. Is this actually? Okay, it's 360. Potato quality, that's 3 stat. I could see it.
Yeah.
I know that's 3. So yeah, I think that's a bigger concern of all of it, to be honest. You're in a sustain war right now where you're trying to find a back timing and you've got 3 fucking corrupting pots and you're using none of them.
Fair.
Yeah, I think that's a bigger issue than it's funny because that's a bigger issue than you getting hit by the Q, because even if you get hit by the Q and you'd use all your corrupting pots, how much health is that? Does anybody know off the top of their head? Corrupting pots.
Each one's 125, right? So 475.
Isn't it 100 now because they nerfed it? And 75 mana.
It's 100.
Oh, dang.
100?
100
Yeah,
HP
100.
per pot, 500 gold, 3 potions.
Okay. 300. It's a lot of gold, or a lot of health.
Fair.
Technically a lot of gold if you convert health to gold. Yeah, I think that's the bigger concern. Make sure you're using these damn things if you're gonna buy it, and then yeah, you've just got to pay attention. Yone is the quintessential. You looked like you were doing okay though up until this point. Up until dying here, you were doing it, man. You're doing the mid lane thing. You're chilling, farming up, holding tower down. You're eating a rift. You survive this Q, you're strong in the mid game. I think. It's a long, playing mid like this, it's a long game. I don't know what I'm looking at here, by the way. You didn't label any of this. These are just
these are
deaths.
my death timers, yeah.
Why hit the cannon with your Q? Let her come to you. You just Q and then run away. Let her come pull the wave to you. Why stay out? Look how far you're staying out right now.
Right. And I think
This is how you die, huh?
kills me. Yeah.
You're about to do it again. You goofy mofo, dude. Yeah. It's just your positioning is too risky in this spot.
Okay.
Our flash might be cool here too. After
Okay.
Kane jumps out of you. R down flash. Does that make
Can
sense?
King come out any direction he wants though?
Yes, he can, but you wait. So like right here, here's what you should have done. I'm not sure about the rhythm of it, but I mean, honestly, the bigger mistake is just you getting chunked for no reason before the dive came.
Right.
I'm using oh, hold on. This is also a flash option when the knock up. So you go for this, Zonius. Yeah, that's an R flash. Depends on the timing. Because if you're in this position, he can go any direction. But if you are and then flash back as he's coming out, you fly like you are downward, that'd be a pretty scary thing for him to avoid. Yeah, that'd be a pretty scary one for him to avoid. Because if you can get him locked under tower and get the kill here, that would have been massive. I mean, the bigger issue is right now, in all these deaths, you're just getting hit by goofy shit.
Okay. So position.
Kane is obviously going to W off of the wall. And watch where you're standing right now. This is so arrogant positionally. Look, you're still challenging him. Why? He's telling you that a gank's coming. Watch the body language. He might as well have a big sign saying, "Look, you're getting ganked." Watch, here it comes again. Ready? Watch. You're getting ganked. You're gonna be ganked. He's literally screaming. You should be that. He's stepping through minions, dude. He doesn't kill you by himself. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
This should be alarm bells.
Okay.
He can only be doing that with a gank. Notice how you weren't clicking back even after he told you you were being pinged. That's usually what that means, by the way. His teammate is literally going like this with pings right now. He's clicking on you, his teammate. That's why she's running at you. Okay. Did you ever realize that? That's what that means.
Okay.
That's what it means.
Fair.
Someone is telling him to move at you. That's another way to think about it. So then, as soon as you see that type of movement, you ask yourself, he could be inting, sure, that's like one option, right? But what's more likely?
That Kane's coming through the wall.
Right. right? And I don't know who else is in this game because I can't see. But like, I would be thinking that if there was a Pantheon on the enemy team, I'd be like, oh my god, a Pantheon ult's about to come on my head.
Yeah.
Right? Oh my god, there's a Shen ult about. This guy's about to Shen ult himself. Like Shen is pinging on the way. That's the type of shit my brain starts doing. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's way. He knows something. It's the he knows something I don't scenario. Make sense?
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's keep it moving. But yeah, I don't mind what I'm seeing yet with your game. Positioning looks a little sus, but we could clean that up over time.
Okay.
Just start giving people more credit. A little bit more credit. Bad Death versus D1 Shen. The GOAT.
Yeah.
D1
I'm not sure.
Shen, the GOAT. What?
I'm not sure like how like I was thinking of like just killing a Shen and running away, but cause she had red buff slow, and this is like I was thinking like Elise might come at 3 minutes mark, so I didn't ward yet, and I kind of wanted to 3-wave crash, so then I could maybe like fight for.
Why the fuck are we?
A 3 camp is so common by Elise. You have to expect 230.
I see.
Like if you're not playing 230 against Elise, like that's her whole game plan.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, the bigger problem here is yes, Elise is almost always coming this way unless you have some sort of information that she's for some reason pathing down, which would be pretty rare. The other thing that I would say is if you want to bait this gank, I mean, baiting this gank even is like, I don't know. I think it's just like, it's kind of inty. Elise is kind of like Elise kind of cancels your early out, which that's okay. Like that's not a big deal. Any reason why we didn't just do like a 2-wave crash and then just play defensive so that we don't get dove?
I kind of want to like kill the Shen, honestly.
I ended up like kill him, but you're not gonna kill him though.
We get shut down and then they can't fight.
Who the fuck is talking? Shut up. Who's talking?
Am I muted again? Fuck
yes.
me. I'm sorry.
You're about to get the server mute if you keep interrupting VIP. All right. Let me go back to this now.
And in this situation, I was thinking if I could flash out, but
I just hate that we're here at all. You said you wind up winning this game?
Yeah, I ended up like.
Well, that's a really bad fucking argument for why we should be in this position. I think you should know better.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, dude, this isn't like this isn't an arcade game. Although you're playing Riven, and I get it. Like, Method's right here. It's probably a pretty scary timing to be fucking with. But there's a couple problems. Problem one is like, this is kind of a loosey-goosey use of our EW, anyways. When you're about to get the crash.
Yeah.
Like, why not just hold off and then just focus on getting the cannon, right? Like, just get the wave under, and then you could save your full rotation to defend yourself if you need to from the gank. Right. Mm-hmm. When you do EW, even, like, this timing is scary, and I get that you want to outplay it, but you could outplay it, but not if you're doing this shit right here. Right? The timing on the VOD itself, he's saying 2:30. This guy's actually late. It should be a little late. I could fact check that. I would rather you honestly just do 2-wave crash and just play defensive.
Okay, I see.
Right, because you're trying to kill, or you know that we have prio into Shen early. You're not afraid of him early, right? Correct?
Yeah. Like I don't know what to do because like Kha'Zix is he's passing down, and like I was thinking maybe I could kill Shen, so then Elise will be.
Stop saying kill Shen. This is like the shittiest.
That's true.
It's the shittiest idea ever. It's shitty because you're facing Elise. You're not supposed to kill him. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, I see.
You're just breaking the game's rules by trying to kill him.
And
it's luck if you get away with it.
You don't need to force into pre-6 Shen, like, ever.
But how would I like play this out into like mid and late then? If like, cause I usually would try to want to get like an advantage early.
Well, that was my point. Is so like that's why I'm telling you about 2-wave crash. So like the 2-wave crash for this, so you have prio in the matchup.
Right.
Anytime that you have prio in the matchup, that means that you're allowed to basically bait the Elise to come up to you. So you just take 2 waves and you just shove right away, right?
Right.
It's going to push the wave under tower. Now the wave is going to come back to you. And now you can just play defensive and just farm up and get to fucking Core Drinker and just start running the Shen over. Right? That's probably what you're building, I assume?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So just farm up. He can't stop you from farming, right?
Yeah. So I just, I guess let him, what do you call it? Like slow push back to me and try to freeze?
Yeah. Okay. Slow push back to you. You could freeze it. Or, I mean, I don't think you can get it under even if you wanted. Right? So now you just freeze it on your side. Just like you would with Jace. Like, Jace does the same shit. Right? 2-wave crash because he has all prio. He knows he's going to get ganked. So this is what I would do with Jace anyways. Because I just shove the first 2 waves because I know I'm going to get fucked if I don't. That blocks the dive. Because here's the other thing. If you try... Because a mistake that players will make is they go, Nice told me to play defensive. So I'm just going to let Shen do a 3-wave crash. Guess what happens if you do that?
I mean, it's bouncing back to him and Elise just killed me.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say at least kills you on the dive. Yeah, you get toast.
Yeah, or that, yeah, or that shit.
You just die. You just die if you don't. So the idea is that like a 2-wave crash, or 2-wave crash is like a more aggressive open. It's like acknowledging that you have the prio over the laner and it's a really like dominant prio, but you're also acknowledging that your opponent, your jungle opponent, is a very aggressive jungler and can gank you. Right. So you 2-wave crash, you can put the ward wherever the fuck you want, and now you sit back under your tower and you make your Kha'Zix a happy creature because you don't die to Elise ganks on like standard timings.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. I see.
Yes, you absolutely can kill Shen sometimes. But do you think you're beating anybody? You said you wanted to get to like Grandmaster Challenger. Do you think you're beating any real like Elise main plus a Shen main top playing this way? You just play